Okay, now we've got IELTS listening section 2. Remember, in IELTS listening section 2, there are three type of questions which are very common. Number one, multiple choice, single or double. Single means out of three options, you select one. Double means out of five options, you select two. The second important type of question is map. In IELTS listening, sometimes you get a map. There is a map of a university or any park or anywhere like that. So you have to find some information there. And the third one is matching, where there are some options which you will have to match with the questions. So over here we have multiple choice and matching. We will do them, right? Now, in multiple choice questions, just take it like true false. Take it like true false. As in IELTS reading, we have true false. Take it as true false. I mean, according to the audio, either the answer is going to be true or it is going to be false. And if you want to find the right answer, instead of looking for the right answer, just point out the wrong options. When you point out the wrong options and you eliminate them, eliminate means remove them. You say, okay, this is not the answer. When you eliminate the wrong options, automatically you will be left with the right answer. What do the students do? They look for the right option and then suddenly they hear some words. Never find the answer on the basis of words. You need to go for ideas, because in part 2 there is an audio commentary. One person will talk. In part 1 there is a dialogue, two people talk. There can be gaps and pauses and all that. In part 2 there is an audio commentary, and that is on any social situation. Audio commentary of a museum, audio commentary for tourists and all that. Okay, so it's like this. Now let's see how to do it. Which two pieces of advice for the first week of an apprenticeship does the manager give? Underline two pieces of advice, then underline first week, and then underline manager give. Now, out of 5 pieces of advice, 2 pieces of advice will be true according to the audio, and those true options will be your answer. It is also possible that they don't discuss one option. Okay. Now let's see how to read the questions. Option A, get to know colleagues. Now in the audio, do not expect them that they are going to use the phrase get to know colleagues. For that they may say, you will get a chance to meet as many people as possible. You will get a chance to meet as many people as possible in the office. So what does it mean? Get to know colleagues. Next, learn from any mistakes. If she says in the first week you're going to do a lot of mistakes, so don't worry, learn from those mistakes. Take them as a good experience and all that, then it can be option B. Option C, asks lots of questions. Now, they will not use the word ask lots of questions. If they say, if you have any queries, you can ask immediately. If you have any queries, you can ask them and all that. Next, react positively to feedback. Now, if they say you will be given feedback at every step and we expect you to take it positively, something like that, okay? Next, enjoy new challenges, okay? Now, if they use the word only challenges and they don't use the word enjoy, this will not be the answer. For example, if they say the first week is going to be very challenging for you, that's it. Now, they did not mention enjoy new challenges, so it will not be the answer. And those who do not understand, they will say the first week will be very challenging for you. Challenging, challenges, good. E is the first right answer. No, it's not. So you need to listen carefully and then decide. Another problem, all these options will be played in any order. They will not start from A, B, C, D. They may start from option E. Then they come to option B, then they go to option A. So you need to catch the option and then decide. So please now listen and answer questions 11 and 12.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Janet Parker, and I'm the Human Resources Manager. We're very happy to welcome you to your new apprenticeship. I hope that the next 6 months will be a positive and enjoyable experience for you. I'd like to start with some general advice about being an apprentice. Most of you have very little or no experience of working for a big organisation, and the first week or so may be quite challenging. There will be a lot of new information to take in, but don't worry too much about trying to remember everything. The important thing is to check with someone if you're not sure what to do. You'll find your supervisor is very approachable and won't mind explaining things or helping you out. You're here to learn, so make the most of that opportunity. You'll be spending time in different departments during your first week, so make an effort to talk to as many people as possible about their work. You'll make some new friends and find out lots of useful information.
Okay, you will make new friends, try to talk to as many people as possible. That is option A. And second correct answer is C. No, it's not C. It is D. Very good. D is wrong answer. C is the right answer. Okay, yeah, that's right. So now I play it again and we see how have they denied 3 options and how do they talk about 2 options positively.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name's Janet Parker, and I'm the Human Resources Manager. We're very happy to welcome you to your new apprenticeship. I hope that the next 6 months will be a positive and enjoyable experience for you.
Okay, next 6 months will be a positive and enjoyable experience for you. Enjoy new challenges. Did she talk about challenges? She said enjoyable experience for you. So E should be eliminated. Now please come to option B.
I'd like to start with some general advice about being an apprentice. Most of you have very little or no experience of working for a big organisation, and the first week or so may be quite challenging.
Okay, now first week may be challenging, but she did not say enjoy new challenges. She only said first week will be challenging.
There will be a lot of new information to take in, but don't worry too much about trying to remember everything.
Okay, there'll be a lot of information. Don't worry too much trying to remember everything, right? Now,
the important thing is to check with someone if you're not sure what to do.
Now, whenever there's going to be an answer, they use phrases like the important thing is, the important point is, the crucial point is to check with someone if you don't know something or if you don't know how to do. So that is ask lots of questions, right? Important thing is to check with someone. Now, if you don't know what to do, then you're going to check with someone. What will you do? You will ask him questions. Understood thing, right? So,
to take in, but don't worry too much about trying to remember everything. The important thing is to check with someone if you're not sure what to do. You'll find your supervisor is very approachable and won't mind explaining things or helping you out. You're here to learn, so make the most of that opportunity.
Okay, you are here to learn, so make the most of that opportunity. But she did not say learn from mistakes. She said you are here to learn and make the most of that opportunity, but not learning from mistakes. So learning is mentioned, but mistakes are not mentioned. Okay? Now,
you'll be spending time in different departments during your first week, so make an effort to talk to as many people as possible about...
Okay, make an effort to talk to as many people as possible. Get to know colleagues. Make an effort to talk to as many people as possible.
...about their work. You'll make some new friends and find out lots of useful information.
Okay, you will make some new friends. So that is get to know colleagues and try to talk to as many people as possible. So correct answers are A, C. If you are taking paper delivered IELTS, on question number 11 you can write A, question number 12 you can write C, or you may write 11C, 12A, both ways your answer will be right. And if it is computer delivered, you just need to click on the right options. That's it. Now, question number 13 and 14. Which 2 things does the manager say mentors can help? Now, underline 2 things and underline mentors can help. Very simple. where mentors cannot help you, they will be the traps. Okay, for example, confidence building. If they say, well, confidence building is something personal, so don't expect your mentor to help you with that. You have to do it on your own. So it is not the answer. The answer is where mentor is going to help you. So out of 5, there are 3 things which you will do with the help on your own or with the help of your colleagues. But there are 2 things where mentor, teacher, guide, instructor will tell you what to do. Option A, confidence building. Option B, making career plans. For career plans, they commonly use the word future goals. Future goals, future opportunities, and all that. Completing difficult tasks. Completing difficult tasks means accepting challenging work, fulfilling challenging tasks, and all that. Making a weekly timetable. For timetable, they commonly use the word timetable or routine, schedule. And option A, reviewing progress. Now for progress, they commonly use the word what you have achieved so far. What you have achieved so far is what? It is your progress. For example, if you've been working for 5 years, whatever you have achieved so far, that is your progress. So this is how they play with words. Once you practice and once you keep an eye on these things, that you know that for confidence building, they are going to use some other word. For making career plans, they will say future goals, how to be successful in your future. So once you know all these things, then IELTS listening becomes easier for you. So let's see.
As well as having a supervisor, you'll each be assigned a mentor. This person will be someone who's recently completed an apprenticeship, and you'll meet with them on a weekly basis. Their role is to provide help and support throughout your apprenticeship. Of course, this doesn't mean they'll actually do any of your work for you. Instead, they'll be asking you about what goals you've achieved so far, as well as helping you to identify any areas for improvement. You can also discuss your more long-term ambitions with them as well.
You can also discuss your more long-term ambitions with them. What is long-term ambition? Exactly, career plans, long-term ambition and making career plans, right? And what is the second correct answer? E, reviewing progress, what goals you have achieved so far and all that. So please listen again.
As well as having a supervisor, you'll each be assigned a mentor. This person will be someone who's recently completed an apprenticeship, and you'll meet with them on a weekly basis. Their role is to provide help and support throughout your apprenticeship. Of course, this doesn't mean they'll actually do any of your work for you. Instead, they'll be asking you about what goals you've achieved so far.
Okay, they will be asking you. For mentors, they are using the word they. They will be asking you what goals you have achieved so far,
as well as helping you to identify any areas for improvement.
Any areas for improvement. What is that? Reviewing progress. What goals you've achieved so far and areas for improvement, we call it reviewing progress. So E is the first correct answer.
You can also discuss your more long-term ambitions with them as well.
Again, for mentors, they use the word with them as well. You can also discuss your long-term goals or long-term ambitions with them. That is making career plans. Now, career plans and long-term ambitions. Okay. And for mentors, they use the word they and them. Okay. This is what they commonly do. Now, let's go on. Questions 15 to 20. What does the manager say about each of the following aspects of company policy for apprentices? Basically, apprentices are like trainees. Okay, for example, you complete your BCom and you go to the bank as a trainee. Sometimes they pay you, otherwise they don't pay you. They pay you little amount as a scholarship. It's a kind of training, or like you can call it on-job training. Internship, yes, apprentice and internship, exactly. So what does the manager say about each of the following aspects of company policy? For example, question number 15, using the internet. What is company policy? Okay, there are 3 options. Option A, it is encouraged. Now, they will not use the word encouraged. They will use the word you are allowed to do it. We motivate the staff to do it. Okay? We actually want you to do it, right? So it is encouraged. Option B, there are some restrictions. For example, if I say you can drink water but don't bring it on your table, what is it? Restriction, right? If I say you can use Facebook, you can use internet but don't use social media on that, what is that? Restriction. So there are some restrictions that they say you are allowed to do it, but make sure you don't open YouTube, something like that. Okay, so if there are any restrictions, there will be option B, and they will not use the word restrictions. As I said, you are allowed to drink tea, but in the tea room only, don't bring it to your table. So it means tea is allowed, but there are some restrictions. Option C, it is against the rule. For example, question number 16, using the internet. If they say during your working hours, you are not allowed to use the internet. That means against the rule. Or during your working hours, you mustn't use internet. Mustn't use internet. You are not allowed to use internet and all that, right? Okay, so these are three options. Very simple. Questions will go one by one. And you got to see out of three, answer is going to be A, B, or C. So we start with using the internet.
Now, I just want to run through a few company policies for our apprenticeship scheme with you. Most importantly, the internet. As part of your job, you'll be doing some research online, so obviously you'll have unlimited access for that. But please don't use it for personal use. You'll have your own phones for that.
Unlimited access, but please don't use it for personal use. What does it mean? There are some restriction. Internet is allowed. Don't use it for personal use. So B will be the right answer for that. Okay. Question number 16, flexible working. Flexible working means not 9 to 5. If you want to set your schedule from 11 to 8, you can do that. So let's see what do they say about that.
Some of you have already asked me about flexible working. After your probationary 3-month period, some of you will be eligible for this. But it will depend on which department you're in and what your personal circumstances are.
It will depend. Remember, whenever they use the word it depends, it means there are some restrictions. Where it will depend what department you are in and what your personal circumstances are. What does it mean? Restrictions. They are not encouraging. They are not saying it's against. They will say it will depend. Right? So whenever they use the word it depends, it varies. It means there are some restrictions. So correct answer is B. That's right. Question number 17, booking holidays. For example, you are an employee and you want to book your holidays. Like people go to Naran Kagan, they book holidays these days. It's very common, right? So what do they say about that?
I want to make sure there's no confusion about our holiday policy. Apart from any statutory public holidays, we ask that you don't book any holidays until after your 6-month apprenticeship has finished.
You don't book any holiday until your 6-month period finished. You don't book. This is against the rule. Okay? Don't smoke here. Against the rule. Right? So they use the word don't book any holiday. Don't book any holiday means it's against the rule. So correct answer is C. Okay, working overtime.
You'll be expected to work a 40-hour week, but there may be opportunities to do overtime during busy periods. Although you're not required to do this, it can be a valuable experience. So we advise you to take it up if possible.
Okay.
Obviously,
we advise you to take it up if possible. What does it mean? Encouraged. Now for encouraged, they use the word we advise you to take it up if possible. Very good. Correct answer is A. Now, question number 19, wearing trainers. Trainers are a type of shoes. Trainers, right? Like sneakers, so we have trainers. So wearing trainers, what do they say about that?
As you know, we don't have a formal dress code here. You may wear casual clothes as long as they're practical. And the only restriction for shoes we have is on high heels for health and safety reasons. Comfortable shoes like trainers are preferable.
Comfortable shoes like trainers are preferable. What does it mean? Encouraged. Comfortable shoes like trainers are preferable. Now, even if you don't understand trainers are shoes, she said that in the audio. Comfortable shoes like trainers are preferable. So if there is any unusual word, like trainers is unusual word for shoes, she mentioned that. Comfortable shoes like trainers are preferable. So correct answer is A. All right, bringing food to work. Bringing food to work means you bring your roti wala dabba, okay, and then you eat there. So what do they say?
There's a heavily subsidised canteen on site where you can get hot meals or salads cheaply. Snacks and drinks are also provided, so we've decided to introduce a no-packed lunch policy. This is partly to encourage healthy eating at work.
Okay, we've decided to introduce no packed lunch policy. When you bring lunch from your home, it is packed. So she said we decided to introduce no packed lunch policy. So bringing food to work against the rule. We decided to introduce no packed lunch policy. For food to work, bringing food to work, she used the word packed lunch. Because when you bring it from your home, it is packed. Right? All right, that's good.